We've had gang members and guys that run gangs to thank us for coming to their neighborhoods.
Each year, John and Carolyn Canada contribute their time and money to World Relief. Others who have been on trips with them, including family, have been able to experience the world in new ways. Their recent trip to El Salvador focused on relief, as well as entertainment for families and children. During John's frequent trips, he met many others like him on a regular basis.
So after a couple of years of that, Dan Carpenter and I got together and formed World in Need.
It was about 1993, I think, was our first trip together, and we've been going at least once a year, every year, sometimes multiple times in a year.
On a trip to Costa Rica in 1991, John first felt called to help.
And that was my first time going overseas, and the little kids just broke my heart. It was just something I felt like I had to do. It was just part of me after that. They live out in the lava fields, and they don't have anything but just the shacks, whatever they can find to build their shacks out of. But we've seen that area growing some now, and they send us emails all the time of what's going on there.
The Canadas constantly encourage others to be a part of their trips.
I danced for a lot of different people. I helped feed a ton of families. I got to be a part of one of the largest outreaches I've seen firsthand.
The situation for a lot of people is very grim.
They found out that a lot of them wasn't even getting a meal a day. Since we was down there and we fed 1,500 families, they've taken on a feeding program in that area, that same area we was in.
The programs that John and Carolyn run are supported by donations.
The donations were really not so much money. It was things like food or material to make clothes with, things like that.
Sometimes in a catastrophe and all, we get stuff that they can use quickly to build houses and stuff for people to get out of the weather and stuff like that.
The bare necessities of life aren't the only things that the Canada ship oversees.
The kids don't have toys. You don't see any toys around their homes or their shacks. And we try to get them something to play with to make them feel good. And it touches the grown-ups' hearts because you're there for those kids.
Just being there with them and seeing the people's reactions to Carolyn dressing up as a clown or John helping the kids clap their hands to the music, I saw people's lives change for that instant in time.
Carolyn's daughter Courtney was also inspired to help.
If it weren't for them, I wouldn't have gone on the first trip. I wouldn't have gone on so many more trips.
She always did really care about people and want to help.
How does being part of something so important affect the mother-daughter relationship?
You're sort of more of just on a team together, trying to get the same thing done. So it's fun.
My son went on a trip also, and I seen a big difference in him, the way he feels about things.
It changed my focus from, being concerned about everyday things to realizing that there's another world out there.
In the end, the Canada's commitment is obvious.
They have a heart for not just, a single city or not just a single people, but just that entire country and everything inside of it.
When you get involved, you'll get more involved because you see the need more, and it will touch your heart more as you go.
There's so much love, and they appreciate every little thing we do, even if it's a little Tootsie Roll candy. It's like awesome.
Anybody can make a difference if they want to. If you want to make a difference in what's going on in the world or in your neighborhood, you can. You just got to get involved. We saw areas build up and prosper because somebody's there helping them. Somebody cares about them.
You look at those people and you see some of them are living in little shacks and they don't know where their next meal's coming from. They cling to hope.
I see them crying. I see their dirty little faces. I see them without clothes. And that's just made an impression on my heart, and that's what I want to do the rest of my life. I want to help these kids.